everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing okay. If you're new here, my name is Emily. I have a little boy called Marley who is about to be 1 in a couple of weeks time, and I have just found out I'm pregnant with my 4th pregnancy. If you've been here for a little while, then you'll know that my last pregnancy ended in a miscarriage, and that was actually the cycle before this pregnancy. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit, I don't even know, let me put you down. How well can you see me? What have you got, baby? So yeah, I'm kind of feeling, I don't know, I aren't excited. I feel like I'm kind of just waiting for it to go wrong again. Yeah. It's just hard, isn't it? Like, we never expected to get pregnant with the last pregnancy, never mind to get pregnant so soon after the miscarriage. It's, I don't know, I didn't think it'd happen, so I feel like I'm kind of in a bit of a disbelief stage. I think I'm like 4 weeks and a couple of days today, so yeah, I don't know. I just kind of want to be honest and say, like, I aren't over the moon excited. My initial reaction was, I was like, oh my god, like I was in shock, but then I kind of was like, actually, can I do this again? Because the thought of going through another miscarriage is just, I don't know how I'd get through that. Trying to stay positive, but definitely keeping my guard up. Yeah, keeping my guard up, and I think that's an okay way to be, isn't it, really, like, under the circumstances. So yeah, hopefully it'll work out and you'll get a vlog of week by week pregnancy like I started with the last one. Yeah, obviously I'm only 4 weeks and a couple of days, so no symptoms yet. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Pregnancy after loss, it really is no joke. I've just got off the phone to my doctors and I rang them this morning and I said, look, I've had 2 early miscarriages and I would like my progesterone tested because obviously there is a known link between early miscarriage and low progesterone levels. It's known. When we were going to be doing IVF, I was told, you know, I would be on progesterone immediately to help any pregnancy continue, and basically they just said that they're not going to do anything until I've had 3 losses. The UK guidance says that they won't investigate anything until you've had 3 losses, and I was like, that seems ridiculous. Why should I have to go through that again when it's something so simple such as just taking progesterone? Like, it's not like it's a really big thing and it could prevent me having to go through that again. And they just said there's nothing they can do unless I want to speak to a doctor about it. And I was like, well then yeah, because I feel like if I could go and speak to a doctor and explain, look, I can't do this again, then maybe they'd let me have the test, which is so stupid because why, like, how can a doctor dictate what blood test I can have? But anyways, they don't have any appointments for 3 weeks. And it'd be too late then anyway. All my losses have happened before then. Because that'd put me at the 8 weeks mark, nearly. So I just said, don't bother. If this pregnancy doesn't work out, I don't think there'll be another because I just can't do it. I cannot do it. So I've gone into a bit of a mind frame of, well, I'm just going to lose this baby then, aren't I? I mean, I don't even know if I have low progesterone. I don't know if that's the problem at all. It might not be, but I just think it's really harsh that they won't even just let me have that blood test, just to reassure me, just to find out, to prevent having to go through that again. It just seems really, really harsh. But yeah, I have decided that if this pregnancy doesn't work out, then there won't be any more, because I can't torture myself like this ever again. Where's the cat? Don't run out of the cat. Oh guys, today I am 5 weeks, 5 days pregnant, and I have just been hit with like morning sickness at like 200 miles an hour. So I had a moment the other night at tea where we were just all sat eating, I was fine, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I don't feel good. Lasted like 3 minutes and I was over it, I was fine, carried on eating. And I wasn't sure if I just had a funny turn or if that was morning sickness. But I've woke up this morning and Marley, he didn't sleep a wink last night. He did not sleep. I was up with him all night long. And then he finally kind of fell asleep at 7 and I was just over it by then. I was wide awake. And then he slept till 10, which he's never done in his whole entire life. He has never had a lie-in like that. And then we have Moon Music today, so which starts at 11 and is nearly half an hour away. So I've obviously had to rush to get him to Moon Music, and I was like, I had half an hour to get both of us ready. So I'm quickly like getting him ready, like like literally retching. And I was like, it's fine, just let me get his nappy changed, get his cream on, get him dressed, brush his teeth, and then I'll go and I'll quickly grab myself something to eat. Oh, well, it's Wednesday, and Wednesday means there's no food in the house because Asda is coming tonight. There was literally, normally there's always like, you know, the crust of a bread, or, you know, there's bits, like an egg or whatever, but there was nothing in the house. So I ate a rusk. It does seem to have helped a little bit. I probably should have brought them with me. Oh god, I really hope I'm not sick at like his music class. I've got the anxiety, you know, like when you have that morning sickness, like you're just so scared to go anywhere because like, oh, it must be so embarrassing at being sick like in public. I couldn't even imagine like throwing up in public, especially when like you're this early, to feel like you can, you know, like, why is it morning sickness like later on when you can say to everyone, hey, I'm like really pregnant, I feel sick. So yeah, I am slightly reassured by it because I didn't have any morning sickness in the last pregnancy. I seem to remember not having any morning sickness with Marley, but me and Jordan were talking the other day and he was like, you really did. And I think it's because I only ever threw up once, and that was literally the day of my 12-week scan. But actually being sick, like it only ever happened that once. But he was saying, he was like, don't you remember, like you just walk around the house literally retching every 5 seconds over nothing. He was like, you couldn't brush your teeth without like having your head down the toilet, like gagging. TMI, trigger warning if anyone's funny about sick, by the way. We used to drive to work together, and there was this one time that I was like crouched down in front of the car, like about to be sick, and he was like, come on, I'm gonna be late for work, and I was like crying, I was like, you're horrible. Yeah, so I remember, so I worked at Soft Play while I was pregnant, and they have like party rooms where obviously you host the kids' birthday parties, and through the week when it was like really quiet, we used to have our lunch breaks in there. So I'd be having my lunch break and like it'd come over me with the nausea, and I would literally lay my face down on the dirty party room floor because it was like cold on my face. Remember, I'd always have the party bin like right next to me, like retching, and I'd be like, I really hope nobody comes in for the lunch break right now because no one wants to sit and eat their lunch with me. So yeah, I definitely did have morning sickness, but I can't remember when it like came and went, because I remember, so I had a scan at 5 weeks, and then I had a scan at 7 weeks, and before that 7-week scan, I remember saying to Jordan, all my symptoms have disappeared,
like have no symptoms, this is going to be terrible news. So I don't know if I had symptoms really early, like morning sickness really early, and then it went at like 6-7 weeks. But then I remember again before my 12-week scan, I felt the same. So I don't know if they came back, I don't really know. I can't remember. I wish I'd done YouTube back then, because then I could just look back and I'd know. But yeah, today, 5 weeks, 5 days is the first time morning sickness has hit me like a truck. Oh, this morning sickness is kicking my butt. I can't even film, I'm gonna be sick. So, I'm 7 weeks pregnant today. So I just wanted to come on, give you all an update, that sort of thing. So I had my midwife appointment earlier this week. She actually came to my house because she had no appointments available like at the surgery. So that was quite handy, because having Marley, like the thought of having to go do like a really long booking in appointment with Marley sounded really stressful. So they've updated it from when I was pregnant with Marley, and now a lot of the questions are like online. So I have an app called, I think it's called Badger Notes, and that's like, instead of like your normal handheld notes that you have to remember to take every appointment, I'm pretty sure it's all now just going to be on like the app, so I won't have to carry anything with me, which is ideal. So yeah, I filled out most of the booking in information on that. You okay? Come round this way and I'll give you a cuddle. Come round. So yeah, I filled out most of the booking information before I even met her. So she came round, she did obviously bloods, blood pressure, all that kind of, all the fun stuff. I'm still waiting for the results of the bloods. I haven't got them yet, so I'll let you know if there's anything to tell in the next video. She was really lovely, we were just chit-chatting, a lot about tandem feeding as well, and yeah, just generally it went really well. I must say, this pregnancy is kicking my butt. So this is my 4th pregnancy. With Marley, I did have a bit of nausea. I do remember feeling sick at times, but not like this. I just feel like crap all day. Like, I feel so sick. The thought of food makes me want to vomit, but if I don't eat food, I feel like I'm gonna vomit. It's just horrid, and I can't even drink water because the feeling of like even a mouthful of water just like slushing in my belly. I can't do it, guys. Cannot do it. But yeah, I got my anti-nausea bands today, so I'm hoping they're gonna help at least just a little bit. I'll take anything. I haven't actually been sick yet. It is just the nausea, but it's just rubbish. Especially when you've got a baby at home that you have to look after all day, and you know, you have to get up, you have to play with them, you have to make them food. You can't just lay on the sofa all day, although I definitely am more than normal, and I feel so bad when he just wants me to play with him, and I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I just can't, baby. It's horrid feeling so guilty about that. We have Marley's birthday next week, and I am terrified I'm gonna feel this sick. I'm so scared of feeling this sick. Oh, I'm really hoping it gets better and not worse. With Marley, all my symptoms stopped at about 9 weeks-ish, which at the time was terrifying and I thought the worst, but I'm very grateful looking back. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this video. So I suppose this will kind of be the week 4, 5 and 6 vlog. Are you okay, baby? Yeah. You want to come finish the video? Oh. So, hopefully the next video will be weeks 7, 8 and 9. Hopefully we'll be feeling a little bit better. Fingers crossed. I've not really vlogged as much as I'd like to because I've just not been okay. The house has been a mess. We've been a mess. I think Marley's got an ear infection. Currently waiting for a call back from the out of hours doctor because it's Good Friday. Does anyone else's child always get sick on like a bank holiday or on a weekend? When you can't get help for them easily? Cheeky chops. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.